This would be a good time to ingest some extra caffeine. Late night adventures on the gridiron, and we all know anything can happen when you kick off after dark. Hello, everyone, and welcome to the home of the USC Trojans, the storied Los Angeles Coliseum. As we'll see a squad from the ACC, the Virginia Cavaliers, taking on a team from the Big Ten, the USC Trojans. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth by David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. And guys, let's get this thing started. Get underway. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. The hand to the running back. He's going to lose a yard on that one.
How frustrating is that? You're that running back. Where were you supposed to go? There was absolutely no lane for him on that play.
After getting knocked back to open this drive, it's 2nd and 12. Going with the ground game left. Not a lot of room, but found his way ahead for 2 out to the 26. Let's talk for just a second here about USC. The good news about starting the season outside the top 25, not a lot of lofty expectations. You can sneak up on a few teams, but sooner or later, you're going to want to get that attention and get into those rankings.
A lot more, but it's not impossible. In recent years, you saw it with Indiana coming out of absolutely nowhere. You saw it back in the day with USF. You've seen it with Rutgers. Like, in the past, you can do it. You can put it together, gain some momentum, but it starts with this game right here.
TCU reached the national championship game a few years back, and no one expected much of them that season either, so you never know. What's important is what people believe inside your own locker room. This team thinks they can do some really special things this year, and they get a chance to start strong here in week 1.
You can barely hear yourself thinking here as they're trying to get this defense off to a good start. Here's the handoff. Stopped in the backfield. He's going to lose 3 yards on the play.
They're trying to run the football. There's just nowhere to go for the ball carrier inside. He tried to bounce it to the outside. That linebacker way too fast. He met him there and forced the TFL.
To the air, it's Morris. Got his man. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
Yeah, nice job on the defense. That's what you're supposed to do. As soon as they catch the football, you want to limit that yards after the catch. And he went nowhere after the catch. Nice job on the D.
Throws to the tight end. Oh, they really could have used that catch there. Physical pass defense. It brings up a 4th down. And the Cavaliers send out the punt unit. First time we've seen their punt team tonight. He'll get it out to about the 20-yard line, and that's where they'll mark him down. A lot of field in front of them as they open this possession from their own 20. Sends it back in motion. He wastes no time and comes out throwing. They're setting up the screen. And he's able to shed 1 tackle and pick up pretty good yardage.
And this offense, I think, will do a good job in this game divvying up the football and distributing it to different guys in the passing game. It won't just be receivers. It's not going to be tight ends. This running back, he's a weapon, too, after he catches it. You saw it right there.
The Trojans in a good spot here with 2nd and short. Motion from the back. Going to swing it on 2nd down. They'll run the screen. After 45 on his way. Defense caught out of position, and they get him down finally at the 38.
I'll I'll tell you, this guy has to get touches early in games. They're doing a good job of that right now. He's so dangerous once he has the ball in his hands. And I think if you're on offense, you move him around and you find more creative ways to get him involved.
They'll move the wide receiver. Quick release by the QB. The defense wouldn't let him loose, and even though it's a completion, they lost yardage.
That quarterback putting his face in the fan, I love it. Coming up quickly, making a tackle in space.
To the air, it's Mayava. Intercepted, big play, stops the drive. Didn't really have room to operate on the return, but he hands him the ball at the 32.
QB's got to pick and choose their spots when they want to be really aggressive and try to fit balls in tight windows. Great job by the DB making a big play, getting the ball back to its offense.
To the air on first down. And the timing just a hair off.
Yeah, I don't know if the quarterback got confused on first down. He might have thought the defense was going to be in man coverage that time, but they were in zone. They fooled him and just didn't seem like he had his eyes in the right place, was forcing that ball to his intended.
Intercepted, and the defense has set him up. And they'll close in on him after a good return on the interception.
Well, how about that? I mean, they knew this defense was good defending the pass, but that had more to do with who's in the secondary, not necessarily who's up front. David, his best Pollock impersonation, picking that one off.
Yeah, baby, you don't get many opportunities to drop in coverage. You don't get many balls thrown your way, but when you do, you want to make sure you take advantage, showing off the athletic.
Wide open spaces. An explosive play in the running game as he's got the first down.
This running back loves running into the teeth of the defense. In between the tackles, he keeps a low pad level, and he's got some speed.
They'll give it to him again. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
Man, nowhere to run on that play at all.
About all you can say is do better. But that's the problem. Are they able to do better?
And that's why you keep trying things, right? Keep trying to get on the perimeter, run it up the middle, try different things to see what you do well.
He's brought down at the 6, but the defense feeling the heat to make a stop here. The terrain gets rough this deep in the red zone. Third down, they can pick up the first without scoring. Looking to throw, it's Mayava. And they can't make the connection on third down.
Well, this is a disappointing drive for the offense, considering where this drive started, in their opponent territory. Now you're at 4th and long. You've got to be better throwing the football in those types of situations.
Oh, the attempt is no good. After the miss, no change in the score. They'll snap it from the 20 for the opening play of this drive. The give from the gun. Stopped at the 25 after a 5-yard gain.
Man, it's nice when you can depend on your big boys up front to make a lane, and you get 5 or 6 yards. You get 5 or 6 yards a pop. You move the ball down the field easily, and more importantly, can get this defense to be more aggressive, to bring DBs close to the line of scrimmage, and then that might open up some big plays down the field.
You can grab, but you can't hold on. A defensive holding penalty would give this offense a first down. A costly penalty for this defense gives them a 1st and 10. The give to the single back. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play.
Defense is about firing off, hitting the offensive guys and staying in your gaps. Everybody knowing where they're supposed to be. You could tell the defense, everyone was right where they're supposed to be, nowhere to...
Intercepted. A first-half turnover can swing momentum. Those kind of plays can be huge for momentum. Even with the short return, they're set up at the 45.
This is obviously not a great start for this quarterback here. 2 interceptions already in this game. He's got to do a much better job with his decision-making.
Out of the gun, the inside give.
That's such a great physical play by the defense, because this is one of the bigger, more physical running backs you'll see in the country, and we're used to seeing him push the pile the other direction. Not that time. It's the big guys up front on defense getting penetration, and they're sending him back for a tackle for loss.
Quarterback may change this route. Looking to throw, it's Mayava. Pressure coming. Gonna take a shot at this DB. Grabs it inside the 15. Defense is there to make the stop, and he's got the first down, and they'll have it first and goal at the 6.
And this defense is going to have their hands full because they're going to need to be comfortable with guys one-on-one on islands in the perimeter of the field, and they're just going to have to make better plays than what we saw right there. They knew this offense was going to try to be aggressive. Got to need better effort in the back end for this defense.
He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
Yeah, and a great job by the defense, holding the line of scrimmage, playing downhill, playing responsibility football, making sure they shut down that option.
And he's going to score. Touchdown, USC. They get set for the point after as we have the first score of the game.
Really nice job between the quarterback and tight end on that play. In this area of the field, these windows are really small, so you've got to have great timing. QB and tight end showed you right there.
That one bounds through the end zone, and it'll be a touchback. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. They try to get it outside on the left. A collision, and he stopped at the 27 after picking up 1.
Well, not a great run there, but I think what the coaching staff is trying to do is they're trying to help out their quarterback. He's thrown interceptions on each of his last 2 drives, and the best way to try to settle him down is to get the running game established. But I think the defense is aware of that right now, loading the box. Everybody up front is ready for the run.
And how loud is it in this building? This is crazy. These fans are going absolutely nuts. And I used to love when the fans got involved, and I'm on defense because it messes with the snap count. It messes with the communication, and it can really rattle an offense. It's so nice when you know it's 3rd and long, you know a pass is coming, you worked on it all week, get your feet set at the sticks, understand that quarterback's got to be rushed, get him off of his spot. Nice execution by this defense.
Working his way on the return up to the 40-yard line before he stopped. Time for one more snap before the end of the quarter. Caught in the backfield, it's Sanders. They'll knock him down behind the line, and that's how we'll end this quarter. USC 7, Virginia 0. So second down here as we're back at it after the break. Might be changing the route. Back to pass, it's Mayava. Throws to the wideout. Finds space on the right. And he's knocked down immediately, but not before he moves the chains. They've got it 1st and 10 at the 50. Looking to throw on 1st down. Finds his big tight end. And his molars are probably rattling after that big hit, but he did get the 1st down.
All right, defense. It ain't working. Right? We're stringing together several 1st downs here. We're going to need to change this up, find something we can disrupt the quarterback and mess up this offense a little bit.
Looking to throw on 1st down. Good timing on the quick out. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Plenty of work to do here on 2nd and long. Just keep slinging it. They'll run the screen. It'll go out of bounds at the 21-yard line.
I'll tell you what, if you want to be overzealous, if you want to be a blitzer all the time, I like running the screen right behind him. Did a great job throwing the screen. Almost broke this one for a long game, but it just keeps the defense a little bit more honest if you want to start bringing a lot of pressure.
And I feel like the option is a play that this guy can run in his sleep. He's constantly making the right decision, so I love it here. 3rd down, you're putting it on him to do the right thing. He had to keep the football there. The defense took everybody else away. It was open for him, so he's able to just pick up enough to keep this drive moving and keep the sticks rolling.
And the Trojans have put themselves in dire straits after that last play. It's 2nd and a mile. Fires to the wideout. He's got an open man. They make the tackle just outside the end zone, but it'll be 1st and goal from the 1.
Everything seems to be working for this offense right now. If they keep this up, this could get ugly by the 4th quarter.
The Trojans have it with a 1st and goal.
Here we go.
They'll try to get it in with the run. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Trojans.
I know we're only in game 1, but in this half, you've got to be excited about what you've seen from this offense. Really nice rhythm. Quarterback's got great command on the field with respect to what they're trying to do. And they've got some weapons. I can't wait to see what this offense does this year.
And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Boys, expect the unexpected in college football, and for some, this update could fall under that category. Michigan left little doubt. You know, this version of Amazing Blue can hang with any of the teams of the past, and remember, this is a program with multiple national titles. Regardless the outcome today, guys, these are still 2 quality programs. Proof the sport is as healthy as ever.
And Kevin Connors keeping an eye on everything all over the country. Sounds like they had a good one there. To throw, it's Morris. With the catch, it's Ross. There he goes! They get it out to the 36 and on the move after a pickup of 15.
All right, defense, you got to turn the page. You just gave up an explosive play through the air, but here comes the offense going quickly. You got to get lined up now and get ready for another one.
Really good defense. You know, you're trying to stay as close as you can to all these targets, and most importantly, those open field tackles and get them on the ground as soon as they catch it. That's a major deal for defenses, and that was a good example there of it.
Back to pass on 2nd down. Got away from trouble and got rid of it. And it's an incomplete pass over the middle.
And how nice is it to have the home crowd going absolutely bananas? Communication is harder. The snapping the football, everybody being on time. Man, this crowd really affected the football game.
3rd and long, and he'll try to throw for it. Grabbed over the middle. It's Thomas. He'll be stopped short at the line to gain. Needed about 3 more on that one. Quick timeout by the defense here, trying to make sure everyone has the same call. I really like this call to go for it on 4th down in this area of the field. For the quarterback. Dragged down, but they'll move the sticks for a 1st down. The Cavaliers will hustle to the line.
And after giving up a long run defensively, they don't have a chance to substitute now. They've got to get ready to go because the offense is going tempo.
Can't find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be 2nd down.
The offense just has not been able to find a way to get their rhythm going here in the 1st half. We just haven't seen it in the passing game. That was a really good example of it again. If they're going to score more points in the 2nd half, they've got to make some adjustments here at halftime.
Tosses it incomplete.
Man, this is an unbelievable start for this defender in this game, guy. That's already his 2nd PD in this game. Playing with his eyes, he's breaking on the ball. You just can't start a game any better.
Looking downfield, it's Morris. Throwing right. Wide open downfield. Gets it all the way inside the 20-yard line to the 19 before being hauled down. This offense has had trouble getting it in gear, but maybe a little life here on 1st and 10. Motion from the wide receiver. Touch pass on the jet sweep. He's dragged down at the 12 as they try to cash in on this red zone opportunity. It'll be 2nd down, and remember, they can pick up a 1st without scoring. Going up top again. It's complete to the right. And this one will be stopped for no gain. Big third down in the red zone, and this crowd is getting behind this defense. Looking to throw for it. Fires into the end zone. Touchdown, Cavaliers. Grabbed in the end zone to put 6 on the board.
One of the areas they really focused on for this receiver in the offseason was we need you to make more plays for us in the end zone. When we're taking shots, we need you to be able to step up and make tough catches. And David, what a grab right there.
And I think a lot of that has to do with trusting your guy, knowing where he's going to be, knowing when he's going to sit down, when he's not, so being on the same page, and then having a guy that can go get it. Just when the ball is near him, he's going to make the play, just like he did right there for 6 points.
The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. He'll start this drive going to the air. Fires to the tight end. And they pick up just a few on that completion. The modest gain on the completion really shows why you want to run the zone, make them execute, and rally to the ball.
100%. Zone eyes on the quarterback. I see him throw the football, break on it.
And the defense makes a play, and they get the quarterback down at the 26. They'll take this lead to the 2-minute timeout and see if they can tack on a little more before the break. Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. Under fire. And the defense gets loose, bringing the heat, and down he goes again. And the Trojans will bring the punt team onto the field. Doesn't say much for your drive when you're looking forward to the punt. Hauls it in and looking upfield. Slips through the line. Well, they finally stop him, but he found some running room on that return and really helps out his offense to start this drive. Plenty of time left in the half here as they take over, but they will want to be efficient here in the final 2 minutes. Looking to pass. It's Morris. Here he goes breaking the pocket. And he will wisely throw it to the kid playing the tuba.
Know the situation, know the game of football, right? When I start to get outside the pocket, I don't see anything there. I can throw the ball away. I don't have to take a sack, get a lost yardage play. I can just throw the ball out of bounds as long as it passes the line of scrimmage. We go on to the next down. No harm, no foul.
Moves around to clear up the vision. Nothing open downfield, so he'll just toss it away.
Like the job by the defense there in coverage. They took every option away from the quarterback. He was outside of the pocket, nowhere to go with it, so they forced the incompletion throwaway.
Decibels rising as the crowd gets behind this defense on third down. From the gun, wants to pass. Unloads to the wideout. All kinds of room to throw that one in there. And this offense is feeling it as they rip off a big chunk of yardage, and they've got it on the 22. And the Cavaliers come to the line with a new set of downs. Wants to go up top on first down. He makes a grab. He gets it in. Touchdown, Virginia.
I I was so excited for this game because I just knew it was going to be a back-and-forth battle, and that's what we've seen here. Great job by the quarterback. Good decision, reading the coverage, accurate throw. They get the extra point. This thing is all knotted up.
And he tacks on the extra point. They're coming out to tee it up for the kickoff, and that last score was a real buzzkill for this crowd. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. They take over late in the half, enough time to put together a drive. Out of the gun, the inside handoff to the running back.
I think if you're the coaching staff, you have to like what you've seen from this guy so far in the game. He's pumped out some really nice runs. Obviously, he's already scored a touchdown. Really nice run there as well. And for me, I would keep thinking about creative ways of getting this guy the ball as the game goes on here in the second half.
Got 3 on first down. It's 2nd and 7. He might want another play. Motion from the wideout. Back to throw. It's Mayava. Oh, he's going to try to get it all here. Reels it in on the outside. The defense got caught that time, and they finally get him on the ground at the 41.
And what a massive play for the offense. Not only getting the football across the 50, but they've now put themselves in position to steal a few more points here before the half.
Wants to throw on first down. Hit hard as he released the ball on that first down pass, and it never had a chance.
A good job by this defense. Great job in the secondary. Eyes on the quarterback. They took away the first option, made him go to option 2, made him go through his progression, and then they got time to get home and get a hit on the quarterback.
On second down, he'll try to make the connection this time. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face third down.
And this offensive line's got to do a little better job, man. You've got to give your quarterback time to go through his progressions, from go to 1 to 2, and then maybe make a play. And he goes off of his first target, and you could tell he did not have much time getting hit as he's trying to throw the football. You've got to protect your quarterback.
On third and long, try to convert through the air. Going over the top. Picked off, and they ruin an early drive with the turnover. He's brought down, a short return, but the defense comes out on top with a pick.
And we know turnover margin is a huge part of winning ball games. Interception number 2. His quarterback has to do a better job taking care of the football. Don't force it. Take the high completion percentage stuff. Don't always try to go for the big play.
Back to pass, it's Morris. Buys a little extra time. And they took a shot on that one, but couldn't make the connection. It's incomplete.
Well, I love the effort by the quarterback, right? Gets a little bit of pressure. He's able to scramble to his right, extend the play, and he tried to take a shot deep down the field, just not on the same page with his intended target.
Listen to this crowd just shaking the girders of this place, trying to help their defense. They'll throw again after the incompletion. This one's complete. No chance to run, but still a solid pickup on that one.
Nice completion here to this wide receiver, and you're going to see this receiver line up in different spots all over the field all game long. Defense has got to keep their eye on where this guy is because they know he's a big part of this offense's success.
Gets it across the 25. He'll step out at the 26 as this offense tries to grind out some yardage. Time dwindling away as they try to put points on the board right before the half. Looking downfield on first down. Pass is incomplete. The clock is down to 9. Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on second down. Couldn't connect on first down. Now back to the air. Got it on the outside. It's Thomas. And he'll step out of bounds after a very productive play.
This quarterback right now is in a groove, and he's doing a nice job in pre-snap. He's reading the coverage, and he's getting an idea of where he wants to go with the football. That's why the ball's coming out of his hands so quickly. That's why he seems like he's in a great rhythm right now.
Finds his tight end. He'll be brought down, and that's the final play of the half. We played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update. The Trojans will kick it away to crank up the second half. The ball bounces through the end zone, and it will be a touchback. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. They'll keep it on the ground to start the second half. A collision, and he stopped at the 27 after picking up 1.
And I think this has probably been the most surprising thing of this game so far. This guy's one of the best running backs in the entire country. They just can't get him going. He's never been able to get into a rhythm. You got to give the defense so much credit because they have been able to shut this guy down, and they got to keep that up here in the second half.
Sets up the screen. And it's pretty obvious there was a big hole in that screen, and the defense ran right through it.
Well, they try to spit it out to the running back on the perimeter of the field. You saw the speed and recognition by the defense, though. How quickly they were able to get to the back and get him down for a big loss.
On 3rd and long, he's going to have to turn one loose downfield. Outside the pocket, lets it go. A strike downfield. He'll be stopped and forced out of bounds. Mark it at the 47-yard line, and this offense is going to work.
That's going to drive the defensive coordinator crazy because these guys take pride on their sub-defense packages. When you get into 3rd and long situations, that's when D coordinators love to get creative and throw all these exotic blitzes and pressure the quarterback. Nobody got it.
All by himself down the middle. Turning it on. Touchdown, Cavaliers. They take the lead with the 6.
And to have a rushing touchdown of that type of yardage, you've got to be able to make something miss. It's one thing to get into the second level, but can you make that last defender miss? And you saw it on that play. Once he was in the clear with his speed, he was gone.
Lining up for the PAT. And with the extra point, the score is now 21-14. Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
All right, guys, got a final score on one of the more intriguing games this week. Louisiana showed its toughness on the road and picked up a crucial victory. And every win counts, don't get me wrong. But the victories outside of the comforts of home can really serve as a springboard. All that speculation all week, and now we know. But something tells me, fellas, we haven't heard the last of either of these teams.
Kevin, thanks a lot for that one. Sounds as if they had a good one there. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Does a short pass to the tight end. And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few.
They say tight ends are a quarterback's best friend in the pass game because think about it. The tight end's the guy lined up closest to the quarterback, which means generally those are the easiest throws a quarterback has. You saw it on that play.
Got the completion on the last play. Still some work to do on 2nd down. Scanning the field, it's Mayaba. Throws to the wideout. Got his man downfield. How about the zip this junior put on that ball to pick up the 1st down?
And when you get zone coverage and you're running curls and the wide receiver sprints off the ball, what happens? That DB starts to bail, and that wide receiver comes back, and it's easy pitch and catch for the offense.
To the air on 1st down. Fires to the big fella. And just a short, safe pass play. They pick up a few.
That's a great example of the defense there tackling the catch. As soon as the big fella caught the ball, down he went, not picking up the 1st.
From the shotgun, they'll run it. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
Another tough run for this offense, and I think a big reason why they're down on the scoreboard right now is they just haven't been able to get this guy going. They've tried to give him the ball a lot. It just hasn't paid off, but you get the feeling, too, if they are going to crawl back in this one, they need him to break one off, and it just takes one play for this guy. Don't be impatient. You got to keep giving him the football.
On 3rd and long, he's going to have to throw for it. Snagged in the middle. It's Lane. That'll be enough for the first down. They'll mark it at the 48.
When you're a playmaker like this guy is, your coaches are going to dial up plays intended for you, especially on 3rd down. That's what you saw in that last play. There was no question where the quarterback was going with that football. All week long, they decided on the biggest...
Just too much of a rush, and down goes the quarterback just behind the midfield stripe at the 49. What will they dial up on 2nd and a long way to go? Might be calling a hot route. Wants to fire on 2nd down. Makes the grab down the middle. Makes that one pay off, and they finally get him down at the 38. It'll be first down. Doesn't SC always seem to have a quarterback right out of central casting at one that'll pick up a first down for you with his arm?
Yeah, and it doesn't matter the year. It just doesn't matter the number. It continues to churn out. They find those guys. Just such an easy place to recruit. When you got that kind of pedigree, you always find superstars at the quarterback spot.
Working well behind the sticks on 2nd down. Rides the back and leaves it on the option. Able to squeeze out a couple on the play. It's down at the 35.
And a lot of times you want those big plays. You want those splash plays. But sometimes you're going to take some losses. You're not going to run the football overly well. But if you continue to run it, you can at least create some balance. You at least have the threat of it. Otherwise, you're just going to abandon it.
And he throws another interception. His 3rd of the night.
Turnover margin always goes such a long way in deciding who wins the football game. Interception number 3, that is no bueno. Got to take care of the football. Can't keep putting your defense in a bad position, putting them on the field time and time again.
They get him stopped at the 32. That's a gain of 4. After the productive first down play, it's 2nd and 6. Gets the back moving. Back to throw, it's Morris. Finds his big tight end. And he's down at the 41. That's a first down.
See, I like this tight end because he's not just running flat routes and little stick routes and drags. This guy can get vertically down the field. He showed you his speed there running the crosser.
Here comes the heat. Got out of trouble, got rid of it. Catch in the middle, it's Ennis. I don't think he was the primary receiver on that play, David, but a very productive pickup on first down.
And these tight ends are so good at understanding zones and where to sit down. And listen, it's not the huge gain down the field, but it's always death by 1,000 cuts, small gains, break tackles, and continue to move the sticks.
This is going to be a key that we look at this entire game. How can this defense find ways to affect this quarterback and get pressure on him? Because they felt coming into the game, if they could do that, they could affect him and influence this passing game.
It'll be a run on 3rd and short. They knock him down, but he's got enough to get it across the line and pick up the first down.
Basic run plays. I don't need a bunch of complicated stuff sometimes. I just need to get the first down and get the sticks moving.
The Cavaliers are moving quickly down the field. Might as well run him until they stop him. He's got it again. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender. Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Tight end now in motion. They'll go to work in the air on 2nd down. Fires to the wideout. And he drops it just a little too slippery in the hands.
Well, the receiver did everything right. He ran a good route. He got his head around. He just didn't finish the play. Just look it in.
Here comes this home crowd as the defense tries to get off the field on third down. To the air, it's Morris. Unloads to the wideout. Got him downfield.
And that's a huge third down conversion by the offense there. It's 3rd and long. You've got to lead, not by a lot. Quarterback, though, very poised. Reads the coverage, throws it in rhythm, and you stay on the field.
Reads it, fires complete. They bring him down, but not before he's able to pick up the first down. That throw and catch, a really good example of why coaches don't want a quarterback to get stuck on a particular target, isn't it, David?
Yep, that's exactly right. Find the guy who's open, because you got so many guys that have so much speed that can do so much damage on the field. Find my matchup, get it to him, let him do the rest.
And as they get him to the ground, clock running, looks as if time will expire here in the 3rd. So the final period starts with a 2nd down play. They'll move the tight end. Toss sweep to the right. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
Well, this running back has had a pretty good day so far in this game. I think the key right now is for the defense to find a way to slow him down. He had a good run 2 plays ago. The defense gets the TFL on this one. I think you got to change up your fronts defensively and try to give this offensive line different alignment looks to see if they can confuse him.
He gets it oh so close to the first down marker, but I think he's going to be a touch short. The defense going to stop the clock with a timeout. They want to make sure they have everybody on the same page. They have the lead in a 1-possession game, but they're thinking deliver the knockout blow, but this carries big-time risk on 4th down. They stop him short, and now they'll get the ball back here in the 4th quarter. And the Trojans buried deep in their own territory, just trying to find breathing room on 1st down. And stiff arm got him a little space, but he'll be knocked down at the 11. They can really be aggressive after that last play at 2nd and 3. Give to the running back. Creates a little room. He'll get it out to the 25, not bothered at all being backed up, and they've got a 1st down.
Well, he was able to gash him on that play. You just give this guy 1 inch, one little crease. He puts his foot in the ground. He gets north fast.
Wide receiver going in motion. Wants to throw. It's Mayava. Zings it complete to the right. Out across the 30 mark, down at the 35 after the 10-yard gain.
This offense is just so dynamic because they've got playmakers at all the skill positions, right? We just saw a big play in the running game. Now we see one in the passing game. There's not one dude that you can key on here if you're on defense to try and slow them down.
Looking to throw on 1st down. He's going to let one fly down the middle. Oh, he had it. The deep ball was there, and it just trickled through his fingers. It's great for this quarterback to take shots down the field, but you just don't want it to feel like a give-up or a chuck it up and hope kind of play.
And I think understanding the situation, now I'm on defense, right? If they're going to take shots down the field, maybe I'm a little bit more aggressive with my blitz, understanding that everything's going to take a little bit more time to develop if they're going to take those deep shots.
The Trojans come to the line trying to find a way to convert on 3rd and very short. They'll run the option. Now the pitch. Defense grabs the football, and there he goes. There he goes down the right side. Touchdown, Virginia. And they turn it into a defensive score.
You practice these moments as a defense, but you never know when they're going to come to fruition. But how about it? The scoop, the ball's on the turf. They scoop it up. They take it to the house. The defense takes care of business and said, offense, we don't need you. We'll put points on the board.
attempt the try. And the extra point is true, and they have a 2-touchdown lead, up 14 in the fourth. We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Boys, expect the unexpected in college football, and for some, this update could fall under that category. Duke had an impressive showing at home today, and I know the fans outside Krzyzewskiville are ready for hoops, but pay attention to what's happening on the gridiron too, people. Regardless the outcome today, guys, these are still two quality programs. Proof the...
Oh, he's got some space. Smashes through the tackle. Oh, he's getting ahead of steam. Big gain on that one as he steps out of bounds with a first down.
A lot of times when you go to the stat sheet after the game, defenses are going to look at explosive plays. Like, we're taught to be top down, stay deep. Don't give up those big plays. Make them earn it all the way down the field. Bad job giving up the big play in the passing game.
Clock is under 4 minutes as they come to the line for second down. Back in motion, try to clear the picture. Dropping back, it's Mayava. Flips it out to the back. He is stopped behind the line of scrimmage. They'll lose yards on that one.
Now, on offense, you're trying to get your running back involved here in the passing game, and obviously no success on that play. Defense seemed like they were aware of it, and all of a sudden you've set yourself up in a tough position here on third.
Grab behind the line. It's Sanders.
Well, the defense needs one more stop. They did a nice job not giving up a first down that last one, but with the lead late like this, one more stop, they're going to win this game.
Down in the fourth quarter, it's too late for empty possessions. They'll go for it on fourth down. Quarterback making checks. On fourth down, looking for the completion. It's incomplete, and they desperately needed to keep that drive going, and they couldn't make the connection.
Obviously, they fail on that fourth down, but because there's still time on the clock, this game's not over. Who on defense right now can step up and make a big play and get the ball back to the offense?
First play of the drive comes from the 22. They'll run it to keep the clock moving. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball.
It's going to be tough sledding for the offense here. They're trying to ice this game by running the football and leading the clock. They've got a pretty good lead here late in the game, but the defense knows the run's coming, right? So they're going to be loading the line of scrimmage, getting stops like what they just did. It'll be interesting to see what the offense does on this next one.
In football, you hear the term quick, but don't hurry. Man, you can tell when you run these RPOs, the QBs want to make that decision quick, and I think he hurried it a little bit too much. Got the...
Going deep. Dropped it. That deep ball was right on the money. You just have to make that catch. And the Cavaliers line up to punt it away. Cradles it at the 35. That's a perfect example of not settling for a fair catch. Pick up whatever yardage you can and help out the offense. They'll start this drive at their own 48. Back to throw, it's Mayava. He lets one fly deep. And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have squeezed it.
Yeah, and I think you know the situation as a defender, and you know you're up by a score, and you know exactly what's going on with the offense. They got to make some big plays here in the fourth quarter. Nice job playing the deep ball, staying deep, and not giving up the big play.
Making side adjustments here. Someone not clear on the snap count. It'll be a false start, and they'll move it back. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. Offense gets set for second down. Wants to go up top. Gets rid of it. Pulls it in. It's Strachan. They make the stop at the 41, but it's a 15-yard pickup, and they're rolling with a first down.
I'll tell you, you cannot count this team out because of who's playing quarterback. When this guy's in the game, it's never over. Yeah, they're trailing here in the fourth quarter, but this dude can put up points quickly.
Hit hard just as he released it on first down and just couldn't get it to the receiver. Try to make up for some of that lost ground on second down. Deep shot for the end zone. And that's going to be incomplete. Going for broke on second down, but third down's coming up.
I understand the sense of urgency for the offense now because you're trailing here by a lot in the fourth quarter, and you're just trying to take a shot to see if you can get on the board and get some of this momentum back. But the problem is the defense understands that, so they're playing coverage, and they're doing a good job on the back end. Nice job forcing the incompletion.
Every defense in the country talks about getting offenses in predictable third and long situations where I can bring on more speedsters and I know the pass is coming so I can have more success.
Some early movement along the offensive line, and they'll walk it back. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. Down by multiple possessions, they can't come up empty on this drive in the fourth quarter. They'll go for it on fourth down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Fires to the middle. Incomplete on fourth down, and man, did they need to keep that drive alive.
And after failing to get that fourth down, it just feels like this game is over. They are going to need a miracle. They're going to need a quick 3 and out. They're going to need a turnover or something to have any shot at getting back in this game.
They go to the ground. And a nice solid pickup there before the defense wrestles him to the ground. Quick timeout called by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense. The Cavaliers can really attack on this second and short. Wide receiver comes in motion. The pull and throw off the RPO. Tackled almost immediately. They're well short of the first down.
And the slant is really a difficult route to defend against if you're a DB in man coverage, especially when you have no help on the inside. So for the offense, we continue seeing that coverage. You might as well keep attacking it just like that.
Unloads quickly. Turning on the Jets. Working their way closer and closer. A third down conversion, and they've got it at the 26.
He has been the go-to guy on offense all game long. And on a critical third down here in the fourth quarter, surprise, surprise, guess who they go to? That guy.
Movement on the offensive line. That's going to be a false start, and they'll walk it back. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. First down here for the offense. They'll keep it on the ground, trying to milk the clock. And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it.
Well, there's a statement by the defensive line. First down play, expecting run, and they just dominated up front. Beat their one-on-ones and forced a tackle for a loss.
As they come to the line on second down, ordinarily you might go up top, but they need to keep this one on the ground, keep that clock winding. This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain.
And what's the closest guy to the football, man? It's those defensive tackles, and those guards and centers have to work together. They got to get those guys and get some movement. They don't on this play, and the big fella eats. Nowhere to go. When you run into him, you usually meet the ground.
And the Cavaliers are in a mess here on 3rd and a mile. And you want to know what impact home field advantage can have? There it is. The offense will walk it back. Better find the earplugs. Here comes the noise, backing this defense on 3rd down. Brown has it. They stop him short, and we'll have a big 4th down coming. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. And they'll have to settle for a field goal try. At this point in the game, and this crowd knows this is a huge field goal attempt. He splits the uprights. And now the lead is even bigger. That last score sort of felt like the finishing touches on a great meal, didn't it, as they get ready to line up for the kickoff. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. From the gun, leaves it on the inside with the back. And he's stuffed by that big defensive tackle up front. Trying to get everybody set with the clock still running. A deep throw as the clock winds down. And they won't make the connection going for the big play.
Well, this guy must feel like he's run into a buzzsaw in this game. He has been under duress all game long, and that's a big reason why he's thrown multiple interceptions in the game, too. Nothing coming easy to him. It's hard to see the field when your internal clock is going off so fast because of the pressure of this defense, and that's why they find themselves down by so much here in the fourth.
Well, they haven't been able to get it done on fourth down so far today. They've missed on their first two attempts. Is the third time the charm? He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. He wants a big play here late. What a spectacular grab there as they try to finish this game with a little something to feel good about. Finally, some signs of life from this offense, which has done nothing in the second half. It's 1st and 10. He makes the catch. They get him corralled, but not until he's in the red zone. They'll mark it at the 14. And the Trojans want to pick up the tempo. From the red zone, looking for a receiver. The pass is incomplete, and the clock will stop with 5 seconds left.
And I absolutely love what this defense is doing, man. You know exactly what time it is. You've got a big lead. They're going to have to throw the football. So more nickels, more dimes, bring the speed on the field, and get ready to play the pass.
And for the second time tonight, they'll trot out the field goal kicker.
And you want a touchdown, and you want to be aggressive, but, man, right down the middle, that obviously gives me some confidence down the road that I can trust this guy.
Looks as if the hands team will be able to recover the ball.
Yeah, and this is why you put your hands team on the field most of the time, when you know it's coming, and you put those guys that are great catchers of the football. The first guys, what do? They go block. They go blow somebody up. The next guys catch the football, secure it, get your butt on the ground. And most of the time when you do this, the ball game is over.
After this, it'll be a wrap. You work all offseason for that, the chance to take a knee and punctuate an opening victory to this season. We sensed a great deal of confidence, almost a smugness from this coaching staff. And these guys on the field, it's as if they knew they were going to win.
Yeah, playing with a bit of a chip on their shoulder, and I think they really felt like they had a real good game plan offensively and defensively coming into this one, Dave.